The Book of Wisdom, by Harry B. Joseph, Part 10. Welcome back to Positive Vortex, your go-to channel for uplifting and enlightening content. In today's episode, we continue our journey through the profound insights of The Book of Wisdom, by Harry B. Joseph. Join us as we explore Part 10 of this enlightening series, where we delve into chapters 23 and 24, focusing on the intriguing concept that head is heaven. Make sure you've caught up on previous parts of this series to fully grasp the depth of wisdom presented in this transformative book. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy our content. And if you're eager to dive deeper into the teachings of The Book of Wisdom, you can find a link to purchase your own copy in the description below. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Chapters. Now, let's delve further into our exploration of the Book of Wisdom. Chapter 23. Head is heaven. L equals God, consciousness, no gender. Ra equals masculine, fire equals soul equals conscious. Is equals feminine, water equals morn equals subconscious. In the metaphysical framework, head is heaven symbolizes the ascension of consciousness to higher states of awareness and understanding. This concept is often represented through archetypal symbols such as L and Ra. L represents the divine essence or God in many ancient cultures. It signifies pure consciousness, devoid of gender or physical form. L embodies the ultimate source of all creation, representing the highest spiritual realm where oneness and unity prevail. Ra, on the other hand, symbolizes the masculine aspect of consciousness associated with fire and the sun. It represents conscious awareness, logic, and active manifestation. Ra embodies the principle of conscious creation and the power of focused intention. In contrast, Is represents the feminine aspect of consciousness, symbolizing water and the moon. It represents the subconscious mind, intuition, and receptivity. Is embodies the nurturing, intuitive, and creative aspects of consciousness that operate beneath the surface of conscious awareness. Together, L, Ra, and Is symbolize the harmonious balance between the masculine and feminine aspects of consciousness, leading to spiritual enlightenment and unity with the divine. Head is heaven implies that by transcending the limitations of the physical realm and aligning our consciousness with higher spiritual truths, we can experience a state of divine bliss and oneness with the universe. Mankind is God made flesh equals 12 zodiacs equals together equals God's mind. Macrocosm and microcosm equals 12 cranial nerves. The concept of mankind being God made flesh and its correlation with the 12 zodiacs and the 12 cranial nerves is deeply rooted in esoteric symbolism and spiritual interpretation. In this interpretation, 1. Mankind as God made flesh. This concept suggests that humans embody the divine essence or spirit within physical form. It reflects the idea that every individual carries a spark of the divine within them, making them a manifestation of God's presence on earth. 2. 12 zodiacs. The 12 zodiac signs are often associated with different aspects of human personality, behavior, and spiritual development. Each sign is believed to influence specific traits and characteristics, contributing to the diversity and complexity of human experience. 3. God's mind. The reference to God's mind suggests a collective consciousness or universal intelligence that encompasses all of existence. It implies that the entirety of creation is an expression of divine thought or will, with each individual playing a unique role in the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. 4. Macrocosm and microcosm. This principle highlights the idea that the universe operates on similar patterns and principles at both the cosmic and individual levels. The macrocosm refers to the vastness of the cosmos, while the microcosm represents the individual human being. The alignment of the 12 zodiac signs with the 12 cranial nerves symbolizes the interconnectedness of cosmic and human consciousness. 5. Upper room and 12 disciples. The reference to the upper room in the Bible, where Jesus met with his 12 disciples, is symbolic of higher consciousness and spiritual enlightenment. The 12 disciples represent the 12 cranial nerves, which are essential for sensory perception, motor function, and cognitive processes within the brain. This analogy suggests that spiritual awakening involves activating and harmonizing the various aspects of consciousness represented by the cranial nerves. Overall, this interpretation underscores the idea of divine presence within humanity and the interconnectedness of cosmic and human consciousness. It encourages individuals to recognize their inherent spiritual nature and strive for greater alignment with universal principles of harmony, growth, and enlightenment. Moses crossing the Red Sea. the symbolic interpretation of Moses crossing the Red Sea as moving one's perception or awareness into the right hemisphere of the brain is a metaphorical understanding deeply rooted in esoteric and spiritual traditions. 1. Moses crossing the Red Sea. In the biblical narrative, Moses leads the Israelites out of Egypt, and as they flee from Pharaoh's army, they come to the Red Sea. Through divine intervention, Moses parts the waters, allowing the Israelites to cross on dry land before the sea closes again, drowning the pursuing Egyptian forces. 2. The Red Sea is the corpus callosum. The corpus callosum is a thick band of nerve fibers that connects the left and right hemispheres of the brain, facilitating communication and coordination between them. Metaphorically, the Red Sea can symbolize this neurological structure, representing the barrier between the two hemispheres of the brain. 3. Moving perception to the right hemisphere. The right hemisphere of the brain is often associated with holistic thinking, intuition, creativity, spirituality, and the integration of sensory information. It is sometimes regarded as the seat of the higher self or spiritual consciousness. Therefore, the act of crossing the Red Sea can symbolize a shift in consciousness from linear, analytical thinking, left hemisphere, to a more intuitive, holistic perception, right hemisphere. 4. Unified perception of reality. The right hemisphere's unified perception of reality suggests an understanding that transcends dualistic thinking and sees the interconnectedness of all things. It represents a state of higher awareness where one perceives the underlying unity and harmony of existence, beyond the illusions of separation and division. Overall, this interpretation invites individuals to embark on a symbolic journey akin to Moses crossing the Red Sea, moving beyond the limitations of the left hemisphere's analytical thinking to embrace a broader, more integrated perception of reality associated with the right hemisphere of the brain. It encourages spiritual awakening and the realization of one's higher self and deeper connection to the universe. Right and left hemispheres of the brain. The delineation between the right and left hemispheres of the brain represents a fascinating interplay between different modes of perception and cognition. 1. Right brain, feminine aspect. Holistic perception. The right hemisphere fosters a holistic perception of reality where interconnectedness and unity prevail. It perceives the world as a unified whole rather than fragmented parts. Intuition and creativity. This side of the brain is associated with intuitive insights, creativity, and imaginative thinking. It enables us to tap into deeper levels of understanding beyond rational analysis. Unified consciousness. Viewing humanity as a united consciousness is a hallmark of the right brain's perspective, emphasizing oneness and interconnectedness. 2. Left brain, analytic side. Analytical thinking. The left hemisphere excels in analytical thinking, breaking down complex phenomena into discrete components for detailed examination and understanding. Masculine aspect. Symbolically representing the masculine aspect of the brain, the left hemisphere is associated with logic, reason, and linear thought processes. Ego and individuality. It's also the seat of the ego, fostering a sense of individuality and separateness. It views humanity through the lens of individual identities rather than a unified whole. The linguistic association between sin, Latin, sinister, and left underscores historical perceptions of the left hemisphere as the domain of analytical thought, which, when unchecked by the broader perspective of the right hemisphere, can lead to egocentric or divisive tendencies. Conversely, the term right carries connotations of righteousness, aligning with the holistic and unified perception facilitated by the right hemisphere. Understanding and balancing the functions of both hemispheres can lead to a more integrated and harmonious cognitive experience, where analytical prowess complements intuitive insight, and individual identity coexists with a sense of interconnectedness. The arc of the covenant equals 2 of the brain. The analogy of the Ark of the Covenant representing the two hemispheres of the brain offers a profound insight into the symbolic significance of this ancient artifact. 1. Ark of the Covenant. In biblical narratives, the Ark of the Covenant is a sacred chest believed to house the tablets inscribed with the Ten Commandments. It is considered the holiest object in Judaism, representing the presence of God among the Israelites. 2. Two angels covering the covenant. The imagery of two angels covering the ark symbolizes protection and reverence for the sacred contents within. In the context of the brain, these angels can be interpreted as the two hemispheres, which safeguard and encase the central core of consciousness. 3. Two hemispheres of the brain. The brain is divided into two hemispheres, each with distinct functions and characteristics. The left hemisphere is associated with analytical thinking and logic, while the right hemisphere is linked to intuition, creativity, and holistic perception. 4. Sacred center of the brain. Within the brain, the pineal gland holds particular significance in spiritual and metaphysical traditions. Often referred to as the third eye, the pineal gland is believed to be the seat of consciousness and spiritual awareness. 5. Symbolism. By equating the Ark of the Covenant with the two hemispheres of the brain, and the angels with the protective stance, the analogy suggests that the integration and harmony of both hemispheres are essential for accessing the divine or higher consciousness represented by the sacred center within the brain. Overall, this analogy underscores the interconnectedness of spiritual symbolism and physiological processes, highlighting the profound relationship between the physical body and spiritual experience. It invites contemplation on the unity of mind, body, and spirit, and the role of consciousness in transcending worldly limitations. Music frequencies' effects on consciousness. Harry B. Joseph discusses the topic of music tuning frequencies and their potential effects on consciousness. Here's a breakdown of the key points. 1. Standard music tuning. Historically, the standard tuning for music was set at 432 Hz, which is believed by some to be more harmonious with natural frequencies and conducive to a balanced state of mind. However, in the 1950s, the Rockefeller Foundation purportedly influenced a change in the standard tuning to 440 Hz. This shift from 432 Hz to 440 Hz is suggested to have implications for brain function and consciousness. 2. 440 Hz tuning and brain function. The text suggests that music tuned to 440 Hz may have the effect of shutting off the right side of the brain, leading to a dominance of left brain functions. The right hemisphere of the brain is associated with creativity, intuition, and holistic perception, whereas the left hemisphere is linked to logical thinking and analysis. By favoring left brain dominance, it is implied that individuals may be less inclined towards creative and intuitive thinking. 3. Manipulation and control. The mention of influential foundations like the Rockefeller Foundation implies a narrative of manipulation and control, suggesting that the adoption of 440 Hz tuning was a deliberate attempt to influence human consciousness. This aligns with broader conspiracy theories regarding societal manipulation through various means, including media and cultural influences. 4. Alternative tuning frequencies. The text advocates for listening to music tuned to frequencies such as 432 Hz, 528 Hz, or 963 Hz, which are sometimes referred to as Solfeggio frequencies. These frequencies are purported to have positive effects on consciousness and are believed by some to resonate more harmoniously with the natural frequencies of the universe. Overall, the book reflects a perspective that views music tuning frequencies as influential factors in shaping human consciousness and suggests that certain frequencies may be more conducive to holistic and balanced states of mind. It aligns with broader narratives about the power of music and its potential role in societal control and manipulation. Solfeggio scale. The passage you provided discusses the numerological properties of the frequencies in the Solfeggio scale, highlighting the recurring patterns of digits when the frequencies are added together. Here's a breakdown. 1. Solfeggio scale frequencies. The Solfeggio scale consists of a set of frequencies often used in music and sound healing practices. These frequencies are believed by some to have specific effects on the mind, body, and spirit when listened to or meditated upon. 2. Numerological patterns. When you add up the digits of each frequency in the Solfeggio scale, the result is always either 3, 6, or 9. For example, 396 Hz, 3 plus 9 plus 6 equals 18 equals 1 plus 8 equals 9. 417 Hz, 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12 equals 1 plus 2 equals 3. 528 Hz, 5 plus 2 plus 8 equals 15 equals 1 plus 5 equals 6. 741 Hz, 7 plus 4 plus 1 equals 12 equals 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3. Significance of 3, 6, and 9. In numerology, these numbers hold particular significance and are often associated with mystical or spiritual meanings. Nikola Tesla, a renowned inventor and thinker, famously spoke about the significance of the numbers 3, 6, and 9, suggesting that understanding these numbers would unlock the secrets of the universe. 4. Harmonic resonance. The consistent occurrence of these numbers in the Solfeggio frequencies may be seen as reinforcing their harmonic resonance and their alignment with fundamental principles of creation or universal order, according to certain belief systems. Overall, the book emphasizes the numerological patterns found within the Solfeggio scale frequencies and suggests a deeper connection between these frequencies and universal principles. Chapter 24, Head is Heaven. Head equals Hay equals Heaven. In Chapter 24 of The Book of Wisdom, Head is Heaven, the focus is on the symbolism of the head as a representation of heaven or higher consciousness. Here's a breakdown of the provided details. 1. Head equals Heaven. The equation of the head with heaven suggests a metaphorical connection between the physical head and higher states of consciousness. In various spiritual and philosophical traditions, the head is often associated with higher realms of thought, intuition, and divine connection. 2. God reaching for Adam. The imagery of God, symbolizing the higher self or higher consciousness, reaching out to Adam, representing the lower self or ordinary consciousness, symbolizes the inherent connection between the higher and lower aspects of oneself. The lower self, depicted as relaxed and making no effort, signifies the passive nature of ordinary consciousness compared to the active guidance provided by the higher self. 3. Moving up to higher mind. The painting suggests that individuals can elevate their consciousness by aligning with the guidance of their higher self or higher mind. By following the commands or insights originating from the higher self, one can ascend to higher levels of awareness and spiritual understanding. 4. The pineal gland and consciousness. The reference to the pineal gland as the place of fine consciousness highlights its significance in spiritual and esoteric traditions. The pineal gland is believed by some to be the seat of higher consciousness and the gateway to the astral plane or spiritual dimensions. Overall, Chapter 24 explores the symbolic and metaphysical significance of the head as a representation of heaven or higher consciousness, emphasizing the potential for individuals to transcend their ordinary awareness and connect with their higher selves for spiritual growth and enlightenment. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through The Book of Wisdom by Harry B. Joseph. We hope you found today's discussion on chapters 23 and 24 insightful and thought-provoking. Stay tuned for part 11, where we will continue our exploration of the profound concept that head is heaven. There's still so much more to uncover and understand, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next installment. Until then, keep seeking knowledge and wisdom, and remember to stay open to the transformative power of learning. See you in the next part.